Hey cousins, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be reacting to Baddies Midwest episode 8, and the name of this episode is What's Beef. So this episode comes on with Natalie, Akbar, and Jaden having brunch. So Akbar feels like that Biggie is jealous of her because all the other girls embrace her. Jaden just feels like Natalie needs to figure it out, Akbar needs to figure it out, Biggie needs to figure it out. Everybody needs to just figure it out. But Natalie says that she believes that Biggie is feeling herself, basically. She says she feels like she's the clout at the Four Seasons. And she said now she's trying to get Anna and Sasiki to ride for her. But she told Jaden, like, they didn't get into y'all situation, so, And so Jaden was like, yeah, I appreciate that. So Akbar didn't know that Jaden and Biggie had got into it. But girl, in the confessionals, Jaden talking about, Biggie can't sit with her. She was like, she's done with Biggie. She said Biggie threw stones at her hand. No, baby, that's what you tried to do. Biggie picks and chooses, yes, but that's what you try to do. But Natalie does say she wants to invite some of the other baddies. So she called Jayla to invite Tasiki and Anna and Jayla, of course. And then she called Rolly to bring some of the girls from the house. Now we see Rolly and Tank, and they're having a conversation about Biggie as well. Rolly felt like she was upset because Biggie just won't defend herself. And then you have Tank saying, if you need to defend yourself, whether it's verbally or physically, but you need to stand up for yourself. And also stand up for the people that stand up for you. I promise y'all, when Tank got on her makeup, she looked real good. But when she take it off, that's when it's a different person. And that is crazy. But girl, anyway, let's get back to the story. So while they talking, here comes Biggie and Diamond. So Diamond come walking in there looking all crazy. She had a tampon string in her head. She said she was really, really drunk the night before. So she was hungover. She was like, she don't even know how she was walking around. She said she felt like the Walking Dead. So Tank tells Biggie, like, girl, we were just talking about you. Biggie was like, I know I heard something. So girl, why the hell Rolly starts telling Biggie, like, it's not fair that you're grieving. Everybody around here is going through something. She was like, look at Tasiki. Tasiki is going through something with her sister. But that did not stop Tasiki from taking up for you. When did Tasiki take up for Biggie? Girl, comment down below if y'all remember that. I don't know, y'all. To me, that's insensitive because I feel like Tasiki going through it with her sister and losing a man that she'll never see again is something. But Tank does tell Biggie the reason why Jane Alexis got her Baddies chain was because of Biggie. And it's just like, what? Y'all tripping and y'all real delusional this season. So then Tank was about to say something about Pretty P when Biggie cut her off and said, why y'all keep jumping her? So Tank basically says that she didn't say anything to Pretty P at the cider mill. Pretty P kept picking with her, and I don't believe that by a long shot. However, she was like, I didn't even know Diamond was coming. Diamond was like, well, you fought for me. I wasn't going to let you fight by yourself. So when Diamond says that, Rolly holds her phone up and she makes a smirk behind her phone. And you can tell Natalie and Rolly still really don't deal with Diamond like that, but they're just tolerating her. Rolly says in her confessionals that she feels like that Tank and Diamond should lay off of basically jumping Pretty P. She was like, it only takes one of them. So then Rolly gets a message from Natalie basically letting her know that she wanted certain girls to come to the brunch, but don't bring Biggie. Biggie is like, girl, what? So Biggie is like, she didn't care. She was like, because y'all not going to eat anyway. Like, all they're going to do is fight, and she ain't never lied. So now we see Pretty P, Jazz, and Ivory. They're all outside, and they're talking about the new house. Ivory likes the new house better than the old one because she said it was creepy. Jazz is like, no, she liked Detroit better because it's no place like home. But then they get on the topic of Baddies chains because Jazz was like, well, you got your Baddie chain or whatever. And so Ivory brings up the fact that Jaden got one too. So, girl, now you got Paula and Jazz being messy. Basically, like, they didn't remember Jade and Alexis getting no chain. But here go Ivory talking about she got dragged and she got a Baddies chain on her birthday. Messy, 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 messy. But Ivory was wondering why Biggie laid hands on Jade and Alexis and she ain't laid no hands on Akbar. But Paula was like, yeah, because Jaden hit her and Akbar didn't. But Ivory feels like otherwise. She feels like that basically Biggie is scared of Akbar. I feel like once the OGs figure out who's coming on the show, like the new girls, they go and they study them. Akbar has a fight on YouTube, and she wasn't doing great at all. It didn't look like she could fight. So I don't think Biggie's scared of her. She didn't peep that. So in the midst of that conversation, Rolly calls Jazz and tells her, come on, let's go to lunch. Ivory is wondering why she can't go, and it's just like, Ivory, you do a lot of ass kissing and they still don't respect you like that. They still really don't rock with you like that, so just let it go. So now we see Dolly, Big Lex, and Summer sitting at the table, and they're talking about Cleveland, how they like Cleveland, how everybody rocking with them, blah, blah, blah. In comes Emma. Emma speaks to everybody. So Summer is like, oh, you speaking today? So she like, yeah, I'm speaking. So Summer was like, well, you were drunk as F last night or something like that. So Emma was like, no, that was you. You was trying to pick on me. Dolly says, why do you think she's trying to pick on you? Summer feels like all Emma does is complain, cry, and just be there. And she was like, you could be peaceful, but not around me. Basically calling her boring in so many words, the same thing that she said about, Scotty. So Emma feels like when the cameras is down, she says Summer will constantly bully her and says things below the belt. Summer feels like Emma is being sensitive. She also says she's not going to keep beating Summer's ass. That's what she said. Dolly said ain't nobody going to touch Summer. So in the midst of them going back and forth, here come Rolly again. But this time she grabs Big Lex. She tells her, I'm taking you to go get ready for brunch. I don't know why that felt like a principal come to get a student, like, hey, I'm taking you down to the office to get an early dismissal. Your parent is here, or, something like that. So Dolly asks Emma, like, why you so quiet? So Emma says, because I'm hungover every day. We're drinking every day. Summer says, well, this seems like it's not for you. Like, girl, let me. Is that you in there? You in there with Summer? Because I don't know who the fuck they think they is. But I ain't going to lie. She ain't lying. Emma is a little boring. So here come Ivory. One thing about Ivory, she knows who she can prey on. Like, she knows who she can get over on. And so she uses that and she bullies people. But, all right, we're going to keep it going. Ivory comes in and she's like, y'all still arguing? Why don't y'all just get up and slap one another? Or why don't y'all just get up and fight? In so many words. So Dolly says, I'm not finna let her touch Summer. Then Summer says she ain't going to do what. And then Emma goes like she's about to walk around the table when Dolly grabs her by her neck. They get to fight. Of course, Summer tries to jump in when Ivory runs over there, grabs Summer by her hair with one hand and slings her. I said, oh, that's different. That's real different. But Ivory does let Summer know, like, we're not doing the jumping. Of course, nobody could really see who won between Emma and Dolly. But once they broke them up, then Emma comes charging Summer, snatches her wig off. Dolly wanted to go head up with Emma, but Emma was like, her finger hurt. However, Emma does feel like that she beat Summer up and she beat Dolly up. And Dolly was like, girl, I was taking my stuff off. Emma like, girl, you grabbed me by my neck first. So Dolly said she grabbed her by the neck because she was trying to push her back. That's how let her know she wasn't fighting Summer. Sounds like a little Tasiki-ish. But Emma is like, I don't care. Like, I'm not fighting you. My finger hurt. So Ivory comes from around the table and she stands in the middle and she says, well, your hand hurts, your finger hurts. It looks like nobody can fight. So Dolly is like, I still fight with my hand messed up. And it's like, oh, will you? Why didn't you fight Tasiki then? Oh, okay. So Ivory is like, all right, come on, y'all. It's over with. Like, let's wrap this one up. Ivory hands Dolly her robe. And Dolly mad as hell because she can't fight Emma no more or whatever. So Emma is picking something up from the floor when Dolly starts throwing juice or water at one of them. And Emma started yelling, now you doing too much because I ain't got no problem with you. Well, baby, now we would because you wouldn't be throwing nothing at me. And Dolly really getting on my nerves too because you put your hands on that girl first. But carry on. So now we see Rolly and all the girls that she had got together and they're on their way to brunch. So because Natalie selected a few girls, everybody is wondering like what she got up her sleeves. Everybody feels like that Natalie is going to bring one of their ops there. So then they show everybody arriving at one time. You got Jayla and her posse, and then you got Rolly and her posse. Baby, Natalie had to let everybody know that Biggie had just got finished texting her. She said Biggie wanted to know why she wasn't invited. So in the confessionals, Natalie was like, ain't nobody got time for her to keep coming over here running her mouth, basically yapping. She was like, she could stay her ass home. But then she tells the girls that she felt like the other day when Biggie was fighting Jay, it was a lie. She said she felt like Biggie should stay home and she should take a breather. Baby, Akbar couldn't hold back. She cuts Natalie off and she's like, Biggie was a lot. But then you got Diamond in the back of the bus gassing Biggie up, putting a battery in her back, telling her that I feel like I'm better than everybody. Do you know me? Diamond said she wasn't putting a battery in Biggie back. She was charging it. So Akbar says, let me tell you why I don't like bees like you. Diamond said, tell me. She said, you the type of girl that'll have a problem with a girl, but you'll boost another girl instead of basically dealing with that problem. So let me help y'all out a little bit. So basically, Diamond is the one with the real problem, but she used Biggie instead of her confronting Akbar, basically saying what she had to say. So then Diamond explains her problem. She said basically they all performed at the nightclub. After they performed, Diamond gave Akbar V a compliment, stating that she did good. Akbar looked at Diamond and said, I know, I'm a professional, instead of saying thank you. And Akbar been looking down on them girls, and she still do now. Talk about, oh, I got a feature with Nicki. Girl, before that feature with Nicki, you was nobody, and you still nobody. Nobody knows the songs that you rap. I hate it for her. Like, I really do. And she be dead serious like I'm a celebrity. No, you're not. You're just like everybody else. Now, don't get me wrong. Can Akbar V rap? Hell yeah, she can rap. But she's overlooked. Nobody knows her songs. You look up Akbar V name, her music don't even come up. It's just drama, 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 drama. So Akbar tells Diamond that she didn't know her. So Diamond stands up and Akbar is standing up and she's like, you do know me, you follow me. So Akbar said, and I still don't know you. So she was like, what we standing up for? So Diamond like, we can sit down. So Diamond sits down. Akbar V is just popping it like, look. She was like, you can't out talk me, you can't out rap me. She was like, you don't look better than me. Diamond like, who I don't look better than? Who I don't look better than? So then Diamond stands up and she starts talking about Akbar V arms. She was like, your arms are saggy or whatever. So Akbar V was like, so? She was like, I just had surgery. She was like, my face card eats yours down. I was like, okay, Big Sexy, is that you? So in the confessionals, Akbar was like, Diamond thinks she look good because she got her body done. She was like, but that face ain't talking about nothing. So girl, Diamond keep talking about she don't want to talk. So a Q-tip talking about Akbar V because I hit the blonde, I guess, the blonde. But if you feel like that, then damn, you feel like that J-Lo look like a Q-tip too. But girl, that's besides the point. So anyway, Akbar V starts talking about you hard booty B. I'm like, what? So Diamond stands up and she turns around and she pulls her skirt up and she starts jiggling her behind. She was like, ain't nothing hard about it. And I was like, oh girl, that thing back there. I can't even lie. So Diamond still saying she don't want to talk to a Q-tip. So Akbar V says, and I don't want to talk to a negative B that's missing a 2. And so that triggered Diamond. Diamond got up and she swung at Akbar and she connected it. Akbar lost her Akbar started spazzing out, throwing stuff, spitting. So they finally got a chance to go head up. So I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Akbar V won that first one. Akbar V won that second one. Diamond start really, getting in there in that second one. But Akbar so still after everything is over, Akbar leaves and Natalie tells the girls, they gotta get back to the house with the other girls. So it was time to go. Diamond is still trying to talk about Akbar. Everybody is telling her, come on, shut up, leave it alone. Tank had let Diamond borrow her shoes while they were squabbling. She was like, come on, Diamond, give me my shoes back. But Diamond does express her love for Tank, and she appreciated that Tank allowed her to use her shoes. She was like, I F with you. So now we see Pretty P and Emma. And Emma is expressing what happened between Dolly, her, and Summer. So Pretty P is like, I like you or whatever, but it's every man for themselves. And I feel it because ain't nobody help Pretty P with Nathaniel, honey. So Biggie and Aubrey come into the room, and so Emma is basically still saying she got jumped. And so Aubrey was like, you didn't get jumped. She was like, they attempted to jump you, but you did not get jumped. Anyway, they changed the subject, and they start talking about why they wasn't invited to the brunch. Aubrey believes that they left Biggie out on purpose. She was like, but what they leave me out for? So Biggie was like, I didn't want to go anyway because it was going to be a bunch of hair pulling. Nobody was going to eat. So Aubrey was like, yeah, well, they need to hurry up and get back to the house because I'm bored, basically stating that she wants to see some action or be in some action. So she tells Biggie, come on, let's go do Betty Shot a Clock. Biggie said, no, let's go do Betty Smoke a Clock. So now they show us Tasiki, Anna, Jayla, and Scotty, and they on a van. So Tasiki is rolling up, but she keeps saying, damn, Diamond. So Anna's like, what? So she was like, she got beat up. And it's just like, y'all so shady. You wanted for that girl to get beat up. She did get beat up, but it wasn't nothing for you to be talking about damn Diamond for. So Anna was basically saying, like, it wasn't like that. Like, it was almost like a tie. Jayla said the same thing. And it's just like, it wasn't a tie. Diamond lost, but she didn't get beat up, should I say. So now we see Diamond, and Diamond is going in on Akbar. She's basically feeling like, Akbar is looking down on them. She was like that. Basically, Akbar stated that she only knows Diamond from reality TV. Well, how did we know Akbar? I feel like everything that Diamond said was a fact. We don't know Akbar V from music. We know Akbar V from loving hip-hop, being in drama, being Candy Cousin. Like, we don't know you by your songs. I can't tell you an Akbar V song. So now we see Dolly and we see Summer in the hot tub. So here they go still talking about Emma. They feel like Emma should go home because Emma not on that and she don't want to fight. So now we see Summer and we see Dolly in the hot tub. I like that wig on Dolly. Dolly be dressing. I can't lie. She pretty. But they still talking about Emma. So they feel like Emma should go home because Emma not on that. Dolly feel like it gave battery pack because Aubrey had came into the room. And that's when she acted. However, she also feels like she's not going to keep letting the girls attack Summer. And my thing is, well, girl, you're going to keep squabbling because Summer needs to shut up. But she does let Summer know, you need to chill out because I ain't going to keep fighting for you. She was like, I got to be ready when Tasiki ready. So here goes Summer. Speaking of Tasiki, what was that? So Dolly was like, well, she was taking up for Honor. She was like, and she don't get no F's about Honor. But Dolly did express that she did want to go to the brunch with everybody else because she want to know what's going on. Summer expresses that she wants some people to go home. She wants some of the OGs to go home. She wants Jazz to go home. She wants Emma to go home. It's just like, Summer, girl, you just too much. So now they're having a house meeting, and Natalie says she has a surprise for them. So she said this is the first time that she's not in the house, so she's asking the new girls, like, who's roommate? So, of course, Summer has to speak first. She said her and Dolly and Lex share room. She said she put Emma out, and Aubrey is right around the corner. And I'm not going to lie, Summer is starting to get on my god nerves. It's like, Summer, can you close your mouth for once? You go at everybody, I understand, but just shut up. So Summer says that Emma is boring. And so Scotty says something like, oh, yeah, I'm good. Everybody sees that she's boring. And that's the only reason why they're saying that she's boring, because she said you was boring. Duh. Like, it's annoying. This boring thing is ran out. Like, let it go. So Biggie calls Tinker and was like, so what happened at brunch? And so Tinker was like, oh, a lot happened at brunch. So Natalie was like, the reason why she did not want Biggie to come is because at first it was just Akbar and Jaden. She was like, both of them had an issue with you. So Biggie told Jaden that she did not want to fight her. She did not have an issue with her. Jaden said all she was doing was stating her opinion, and Biggie was asking her what did she want to do. She also feels like, Biggie is corny because she charged at her knowing that she's small. I get so tired of them using this small thing. Like, you shouldn't hit her with the flowers if you felt like you was small. Because I don't care if you're an ant. If you hit me, I'ma squash you. So Natalie cuts them off and says, they was talking about it at brunch, that basically she didn't stand on business when it came to Akbar. But that's not true, because I feel like if Biggie threw the bag at Akbar was supposed to stand on business, not Biggie. So Akbar says Biggie threw the bag, but she didn't throw a punch. And she said that the bag did not hit her. So, I don't know. But Akbar V feels like she's just telling Biggie to stand up for herself. And Biggie just feels like that every time she says something or does something, Akbar has something to say. But Akbar says, don't let it happen again. So here goes Shady Boot Natalie talking about she has a surprise, and in comes Slim, and up goes Rolly. Honey, it went down.